Hey dolls, so for this video I'm doing a makeup transformation into Vincent van Gogh. So Van Gogh was a Dutch artist who lived and worked in the late 19th century and is probably one of the most famous and influential figures of Western art. His vivid colours and expressive brushstrokes established the foundations of modern art as we know it. And although he sadly never became successful commercially in his own lifetime, his paintings nowadays sell for millions. So for the look, I want to try and transform my face into his, and also try and emulate his style of painting onto my face, to try and look like a living work of art. So I'm starting by removing my brows and then priming my face using Revolution's Pore Blur Primer and Purifying Priming Water. For foundation, I won't need that much coverage because I will be layering on that brushstroke effect later on, so I'm just using Revolution's Conceal and Define liquid foundation in shade F4 and then blending it out with my beauty sponge. And then set that foundation down with some lace powder and knock it off with a powder brush. For contour, I'm using the Perfectly Sculpted palette by Jolie Beauty to begin altering the shapes in my face. Unlike me, Vincent had a very bony face, so I'm carving out my cheekbones in a downwards motion to create a drawn-in masculine effect, and then softening with a lighter shade. I'm also darkening the middle of my forehead to give the illusion of that defined masculine brow bone. Then I'm going to highlight and brighten using Stargazer's white powder. Now a lot of this will be covered up by the brushstroke effect later on, but you know what, I want to be thorough, have a good base and do Vincent justice. For my eyes, I'm using the Beauty Bay Bright Mattes palette to create a very soft nude eye. I'm starting with that medium brown shade to map out the crease, and then using the lightest brown shade just to blend it out. And finally, I'm using that dark brown shade just to deepen that crease shape, and I'm slightly angling it up and blending it out just to create that sad eye illusion. I'm then going back in with that contour palette to add some more details to my face, including that distinctive bony Van Gogh nose. I'm then using the darker shade to add some depth and dimension to the nose and to create that hook effect, which to be honest isn't really a huge stretch for my snaz. Next, I'm going to use my contour palette to add some more details to my face, such as bags under my eyes, smile lines and frown lines. Now, Vincent was in his 30s for most of his self-portraits, but if I'm going to be honest, he was not looking his best. Sorry, love. Okay, it's time to colour in that ginger beard. So I'm using an orange Snazaroo water activated paint and just going to map out the shape of that distinctive ginger Van Gogh beard. Now I'm a Snazaroo stan. I love them because they are affordable, they are pigmented, and they don't stain your skin. Normally. Now for my hair, it probably would be best to use some orange hairspray, but I didn't have any in the house, so we're going to make it work with the Snazaroo, and actually, it works pretty well, so come on Snazaroo, saving the day again. I used some hairspray to flatten and to glue down my quiff, and then went in hard, thick and fast with that Snazaroo to make my hair lovely and orange. Then with some Snazaroo on that angled brush, I'm going to map out my brows using my natural brows as a guide. Then, using the brown shade on my beloved Fake Flash palette, we're going to add some dimension to those brows by underlining the bottom line, sharpening the tails, and adding some brow hairs. I'm also going to use that brown shade from the Fake Flash palette to intensify some shapes I made earlier, such as the crease and the wrinkles on my face. Then I'll use the white shade on the Flash palette to highlight those same areas, to make them pop, and yeah, make us look more like a painting. And then using my favourite beauty tool, my pinky, just to soften and blend it out a wee bit. And then to help make my eyes pop, I'm going to add a wee spot of mascara. Right, it's time to go wild with some Van Gogh brushstrokes. So starting with my beard and that brown shade on the Fake Flash palette, we're going to do some tiny little lines all over that beard to give it some dimension, but still keeping that kind of painterly style. I'm also adding some yellow brushstrokes just to add some highlights to the beard. Still using my Flash palette, I'm going to start creating those Van Gogh brushstrokes on my face, starting with those white highlights. Now, Van Gogh's paintings are known for their textured and expressive brushstrokes with vivid colour. So I'm also going to create a light green colour on my hand and use this for the contours of my face. I then added some more strokes of yellow, some white, a touch of blue and some more green, just to create that overall effect of an expressionist painting. And finally, for my lips, I used a mixture of black, blue and white to create a kind of greyish blue shade that I then blotted out with a makeup wipe to make it just a bit softer and not look like I'm wearing lipstick. So that's the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment below. What did you think? Did I do Vincent justice? Did I truly Van Gogh there? Let me know, and of course, if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel and follow me on all of my social media platforms at Rujazzle on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Now, if you especially loved it, you can tip me on my PayPal, which I will link in the bio. Of course, if you have any video requests from me, just let me know in the comments and I will see you guys next time. Take care and mwah.